I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Draw play, Rosen to Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Got a man open. It's Ross. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Charlie!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Go, 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 go! Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back. So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Rosen off the play action. This complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again, it's Rosen. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard. So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on. following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I'm coming.
Hey, lock it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Now!
98 to Mike. Hey.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Rosen on 1st and 10. It's caught. Lockett. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And he's great. Look at me. Go, go. And ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Hey, Haywood.
Everyone got 4 down. 198. Watch 98.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 31. Check 31.
Hey.
Watch the motion. Right there. 54. Right there.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That's to his running back, complete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Chicago. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Double dog, double dog. That's the way. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete. It's Bell. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Shift. Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
198.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 27, Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Squeeze, get it.
Now a handoff working right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Greystone, travel. Hey, echo. Let's go, dude.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't get nervous. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Bravo! 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Ain't no side.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Left side complete to Lockett. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Right there.
You don't see me in your 61. Matchbox lights.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 43.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
Deep rip.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Yes.
Kill.
Hey, lock it. Yo, Chiefs, get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, zoom.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Man out.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Got it.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. So don't say nothing. There.
2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Pass interference, defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
On the set.
Watch 98 to Mike.
Bound to lose one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Hi.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Again, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Rosen hands off to Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, what a move. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rosen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being... corralled.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So this one in the win column.